In a quiet town by the river, there lived an old man named Henry. He had a head full of white hair, deep wrinkles on his face, and a gentle smile that never faded. His eyes, though aged, sparkled with kindness. Henry lived alone in a small wooden cottage near the marketplace. His wife had passed away many years ago, and he had no children to care for him, yet he never complained. Every morning, he sat on his porch with a warm cup of tea, greeting the townspeople as they passed by. The people of the town loved Henry. They admired his wisdom and the way he always seemed content, even when life was tough. Some days, the farmers worried about their crops. Other days, the shopkeepers struggled to sell their goods. The fishermen sometimes returned from the river with empty nets. Life was full of uncertainties, but Henry's smile remained steady like a lighthouse guiding ships through a storm. One evening, a young woman named Anna knocked on Henry's door. Her eyes were swollen from crying, and her hands trembled as she held a letter. "Grandpa Henry," she said in a broken voice. "I don't know what to do." Henry gestured for her to sit on the wooden bench beside him. "Tell me, my child," he said gently. "What is troubling you?" Anna wiped her tears. "My husband left for the city to find work 2 months ago. He promised to send money, but there's been nothing. No letters, no news. My little boy is hungry, and I don't know how much longer we can survive. What if something happened to him? What if he never comes back?" Henry listened carefully, nodding as she spoke. When she finished, he asked softly, "Anna, tell me, what do you think will happen?" Anna sniffled. "I don't know, Grandpa. Keep thinking of all the terrible possibilities. What if he got sick? What if he forgot about us? What if we lose our home?" Henry smiled and patted her hand. "Let me tell you a story," he said. Anna wiped her face and nodded. "There was once a man who had lost everything," Henry began. His business had failed, his house was taken away, and he had no family to turn to. One day he sat under a large oak tree, crying. An old woman passed by and asked, "Why are you crying, my son?" He looked up and said, "I have nothing. How can I ever be happy again?" The woman smiled and pointed around him. "Look at the river it flows, no matter how many rocks are in its path. Look at the trees, they grow tall, even after storms. Look at the sun, it rises every morning without fail. You have life, and where there is life, there is hope. If you focus only on what you've lost, you will always feel empty. But if you appreciate what you still have, new doors will open for you." The man wiped his tears and looked around. He noticed the beauty he had ignored, the fresh air, the chirping birds, the gentle breeze. From that moment on, he chose to focus on what was possible instead of what was missing. Slowly, his life changed for the better. Henry turned to Anna and said, "You see, my dear, the man's life didn't change by magic. It changed because he changed how he thought. When we fill our minds with fear, we feel weaker. But when we think with hope, we find the strength to face our problems." Anna hesitated. "But Grandpa, can positive thinking really change my situation?" Henry nodded. "It won't solve everything overnight, but it will give you the courage to keep going. If you wake up every morning and say, 'Today will be a good day,' you will find the strength to care for your son and face whatever comes your way. But if you keep thinking about what might go wrong, your heart will grow heavier, and fear will paralyze you." Anna took a deep breath and nodded slowly. "I will try, Grandpa. I will think good thoughts." Henry's smile widened. "That's the first step, my dear." From that day on, Anna woke up each morning with a new mindset. She told herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked harder, cared for her son, and chose to hope instead of fear. Weeks passed, and one afternoon, as Anna was kneading dough for bread, a loud knock came at the door. She rushed to open it. A messenger stood there, holding a letter. With shaking hands, she opened it and read. Her eyes filled with tears this time, tears of joy. Her husband had found work in the city. He had saved enough money and was sending it home. Soon he would return. Overcome with happiness, Anna ran straight to Henry's house. "Grandpa, you were right. My husband is safe and is coming back." Henry smiled knowingly. "You see, my dear, when we invite hope into our hearts, we invite good things into our lives. Life will always bring challenges, but if we face them with a hopeful heart, we can overcome anything." Anna hugged him tightly. From that day on, she shared Henry's wisdom with others. The townspeople, inspired by his words, began to change their thoughts. The farmers no longer feared dry seasons. They planned ahead with confidence. The shopkeepers found new ways to attract customers. The fishermen remained hopeful, even on days when the river was unkind. Henry's wisdom spread like a warm sunrise, lighting up the hearts of the people. And so, in that little town by the river, life became a little brighter, all because one old man taught them the power of a hopeful heart.